Well, it is Friday afternoon, folks. Last day of the cruise. Be hitting port first thing tomorrow morning when we start the long journey back to the airport. Fly home, be home late tomorrow night, and I will bring you some fresh footage Sunday morning, which I'll talk about the cruise. We shall see how bad the scale looks with me standing on it, and then trust me, it's going to be bad. This is like day 5. I have been off, totally off, keto and carnivore. It's just been rough. I mean, even this morning, I thought, well, I'm going to try to be good today. So I went down, I had eggs, uh, 3 over easy, a couple little slices of ham. And they had bacon, so I thought, oh, great, I'll get some bacon. So I got about 4 pieces of bacon. Went down, that was going to be my breakfast, ate everything, started eating the bacon, and sure enough, I could taste the sugar. You know, they cure a lot of bacon in sugar, and this was just loaded with it. So, and that was the options. Okay, I mean, I suppose I could have went back 3 times and ate nothing but eggs for breakfast, but come on. I mean, I threw in the towel at that point. So, we'll get back home. It's going to be ugly. I was down 19 pounds. If I'm down 13, I will be thrilled by the time I get back home. Trust me. But we'll just get back on it and hit it harder than ever. So, I'm going to get down under 200 pounds. I don't care how much pain it is. I'm going to do it. It isn't that tough. I mean, gosh, how hard is it to eat steak and stuff every day for, and eggs, sheesh, seafood. Uh, anyway, so that's all I got on the diet side of things. Pardon me. The only other thing I was thinking about is we really have to begin planning, guys, for a different world, because I'm really into tech, and there are so many companies that are going to begin producing, that already are producing humanoid robots. I mean, Elon's talking about putting out somewhere between 10,000 and 100,000 by the end of the year. There's other companies, including the Chinese, all over the world that are going to start producing them. And pretty soon, there's going to be millions, probably next year, millions of them coming online. And, this whole AI and robotics thing is not a bad thing, okay? We're literally going to take the next leap into Star Trekville, folks. I mean, this is it. Believe it or not. I know it's hard to wrap your head around as things have progressed, through our lifetimes. Um, but this is a different plateau that we're about to embark on. I mean, it's a jump over, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be totally different. Uh, and it can be wonderful. I mean, we're talking about no more working if you don't want to work. In 10 years, there aren't going to be any jobs if you don't want to work. We're going to have to redo monetary policy. That's a whole other conversation. There's going to have to be, because with all these robots building building houses, hundreds of thousands of houses, millions of houses, food, growing our food, changing our diet, because AI is going to do that too. They're going to say, listen, if you want to live to be 170 years old, eat this, okay, and that's it. And so there's going to be a lot of really cool things, and I'm excited about it. I am training my sons to start looking at investing, with money. And this is, I'm not a financial guru here. I'm not telling you any advice. I'm just telling you I'm going to have my sons My son, one of them's a software engineer. His job is going to be gone in a year, maybe two tops. I mean, gone. Okay. The other one's a nurse. His job's going to be gone in 5 years or less. So, and everybody's going to be in the same boat. So we got to have a way to take care of everybody, without relying on the monetary system any longer, and which is nice. I mean, which leads me directly into the other thing I wanted to touch on this afternoon, and that's this whole extraterrestrial stuff that's coming up. I mean, guys, it's going to be an interesting year, okay? Because trust me, we're all going to learn that we're not alone. And who knows, how it's going to phase us. But imagine that if you're another species from another planet that can travel over this distance and stop in and say hi, and you've been watching this planet progress over the years, and all of a sudden now you've reached a point where artificial intelligence is going to be beyond our capability to understand. I mean, they're saying the artificial intelligence, the AI units they have now are, in a couple months, are going to be, one AI unit is going to be the equivalent of every brain on the entire planet, powerful wise, okay? And from there, they're talking about it growing 60 times that in 1 year. So we don't know what we're doing with it. I mean, we can guide it along and do this and that, but if there is another species out there from another world who's been down this road before, this is the point where they're going to step in. Okay, I know Star Trek always used to go, well, we won't visit them unless they have warp drive. Well, I'm sorry, but artificial intelligence seems to be arriving before warp drive. So, and that's where we're going to need help, because you got the Chinese developing theirs, and you're going to have all these rogue countries and people developing their own, and you can't stop this. You can't put the genie back in the bottle. People are like, oh, we don't want to build data centers all over the country and blah blah blah. Okay, let the Chinese build them all over their country, and then you can learn to speak Chinese if you want to. For crying out loud, people, pull your heads out. Okay, this data center thing is just kind of a temporary thing, because that's another thing that's going to pass. I mean, Elon's already talking about having his stuff up in space, solar powered, his data centers, and so it's not even going to take up space on the ground. The sun is the key to our future. So don't panic over the data center thing. Geez, they're already developing units that take less water and less cooling and all that. And if we move it all up to space, which is plenty of room up there, it's not going to affect us at all down here. So anyway, just start opening your eyes, start learning, and don't listen to the fear-mongering bullshit that's on some of these TV networks. I mean, this whole, oh, it's going to be terrible. No, it's not. It is what it is. And I literally, if that little statement was ever more true, it's going to be true with artificial intelligence, because we can't even fathom where we're about to go in the next 2 to 3 years. I promise you. So anyway, it's not going to be a bad thing. It's going to be great. They're going to have cures for everything. I mean, it's just, see how fast they're coming on TV. Every time you turn on the TV, oh, here's a cure. You got this, take this. You got this, and I don't know, we're going to cure things. We're going to stop them before they even start. Okay? And life is going to be long. We're going to have robots that are, I'm sure some of you, all of you, have probably seen that episode of Star Trek with Data. Data is going to be a real thing here in maybe 5 years. I mean, the Japanese and Chinese already have robots that are so human-like you can look at them in the face and they'll talk to you and you won't even know it's a robot. So it's just a matter of time before you take AI, put those features together with the skin, everything, and in 5 to 10 years you're going to have companions for all the older lonely people who just want somebody to hang around the house with and take care of them. It's just going to get crazy, folks. So anyway, it's an exciting time to be alive, and I'm hoping I can stay here a while longer. That's why I've got to lose all this down here. I've got 35 reasons why I've got to lose weight, and they're called pounds. So anyway, see y'all on Sunday. I'm not going to have time to do anything tomorrow. I'm going to be traveling from the time we get off the ship. We got to take the rental car back to the airport. Then we got to wait for the next flight. By the time we get back up to Virginia, it's going to be, I think, 7:30, close to 8 at night. We got to run over to the new house, see the pool. It's finished. Be doing some video from there next week. Going to move over there next week, and man, then I'll be able to start doing dinner videos and all kinds of fun stuff. So I'm super looking forward to this, getting back home. Had enough Carnival Cruise Lines for a while, folks. That's all I'm saying right now. Anyway, hope you're having a great day. Stay tough. Be tougher than I am. Stick with your diet, whatever it is, and get healthy and stay healthy. All right, talk to you later, folks.